I fell 50 feet and survived, and that wasn't the crazy part. It was July 21st, 2015, Lambton Shores, Ontario. It was a normal, hot summer day at the wind farm. I started strapping metal parts to my harness and getting ready to go through the hatch to install these parts on the ladder on the way down. As I was getting ready to tie off, I stepped onto the closed hatch. But the hatch wasn't closed anymore. You see, at the exact same time I was stepping onto the hatch, the apprentice I was working with opened it. I'd sidestepped into the open hole and fell through. Here's where it gets weird. Time for me slowed right down, like a slow motion movie. As I was falling, I remembered a book that I was reading about a man that fell 300 feet and survived. What he believed saved his life was the belief that he was going to be okay. And for some reason, in that moment, I knew I was going to be okay. I only remember half the fall. Probably because I cracked my skull open on the crossbeam supporting the ladder, and then darkness. I then woke up in the hospital on ventilator. First thing I did was wiggle my toes and move my hands, and I knew I was going to be okay. In that moment, I had a party for one in my mind because I understood the concept that when something bad happens, you should celebrate because something great is coming from that bad event, as long as you let it. Anyways, back to the story. They said that when I landed, I kept saying I was okay, and all I needed was help getting up. I clearly wasn't. I fractured the whole right side of my body, including a skull fracture and a brain bleed. You see, I had this cross around my neck since high school, and I never took it off. That day, my harness was rubbing against my necklace, and it was irritating me, so I took it off and put it in my climbing bag. Shortly after that is when the accident happened. My boss ended up flying back from Georgia, and when he came to my bedside, he asked if it was okay with everyone if he prayed for me. So my family members and my boss held hands with me, and he said a prayer for me. A few miracles happened that day. My brain bleed miraculously disappeared when the doctors did their second scan. My wrist that they said was broken and dislocated was no longer broken or dislocated. You can't make this stuff up. Even with all this, I still didn't pay attention to God. Now here I am over 10 years later, and I'm trying to find out what happens after life. And I'm studying all religions and faiths. I came across a pastor named Cliff Nectel, and he was saying that the historical evidence is that the story of the Bible is true. So I researched what he said, and I see that what he said was very valid. So I have become a believer in Jesus Christ. I still have a lot of questions that I'm trying to find the answers to. I'm not here to convert anyone. I'm just here to say, question your faith and look for answers. Even if you are a Christian, the more research, the more questions you have, the road will get you closer to where you want to be. God bless.